not know there was an indicator that would show you where supply and demand is? That seems like a life hack, dang. What is going on, my lovely friends? Candace B here. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, hello, hi. Glad that you are here. If you are already subscribed, welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping by again. I appreciate you all, each and every one of you, for watching this video today and just hanging out with me. Today we are back with another Forex related reaction video. And to be honest, I was kind of just like scrolling on YouTube as I always do. And this particular individual has been popping up on my newsfeed more than once, and I never got a chance to watch his video. And I was like, you know what? Let's see what this channel is all about. So the title of the video that we are going to be reacting to today is super interesting, and I hope people find value in it. I hope it's a valuable video. And the title is Make $100 a Day Trading US30 on Your Laptop. Now I know a lot of people love the Dow. I know a lot of people hate the Dow. I'm kind of in the middle, to be honest. You know, I don't know, it kind of scares me, but I know a lot of people have found a lot of profits and success in that index. So I hope this video is going to help us figure out how to make $100 a day. And the video is by Day Trading Addict. And I really like the quality of his thumbnails. It makes me feel like his videos are gonna be high quality. So I'm really excited to watch this video. So before we start watching this video, I'm just gonna need you guys to pause this video, scroll down, hit that like button if you enjoy these reaction videos. Let a sister know, because it helps me to figure out if I should keep making them. And also, while you're down there, you might as well just hit that subscribe button, hang around, and just vibe with me. You know, it's all about good vibes. Enough blabbering, let us get into this video.
Warning, if you watch this full video, you might make $100 a day starting by tomorrow. Maybe, if you're good enough. So let's go. Now, in order to make $100 a day, okay, you need to collect data. That's the first thing you need to do. Why is that? Well, you need to find out what works and what doesn't work, okay? If you look at all the successful companies out here, you can see that they collect data all the time. They have you doing surveys and trying to figure out what their customers like and what their customers don't like. Why? Because they want to produce and create products and services that their customers like.
That's very, very true. I totally agree with him on that. I feel like, you know, obviously trading is a business, and like any business, you need to know the market. You need to figure out just like the data behind it. You need to find out, depending on the product, for example, obviously US30, let's say that's the product. You need to figure out the product. You need to find if it's something that is right and is profitable. So yeah, that's very important to, you know, collect data as much as you can. I feel like the more data, the better. You know, I guess he's going to start talking about back testing, I'm assuming, but yeah, very, very true.
Okay. So their business can grow even more. Okay. If you look at professional sport players, right, they watch film. I like basketball. So basketball, we watch film, but that's in any sport. The reason why they watch film, so they can collect data on the other team and figure out what the team is lacking. And they want to find out what they can do so they can win the game, okay? So you, as a trader, you have to collect data to figure out what works and what doesn't work so you can create an edge. That's the whole point, guys, all right? So the question is, how do we collect data? You do it by back testing, okay? Now, we're going to go over how to do back testing right now. And I have a different way of back testing. But before we get into that, guys, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I have been trading these markets for 13 years, so you definitely want to follow this channel. Now, the way I do back testing, guys, I like to do it a certain way. I know I see a lot of videos on back testing, and they like to hit the replay mode. Me personally, I don't like to do that. The reason why is because I want to collect as much data as fast as possible. So, good example, let's say that one person only has 3 days of data, okay? Because they're hitting that replay button. And when you're hitting the replay button, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it takes longer, okay? So if it takes longer, and let's say that you only collect 3 days of data, and within the same amount of time, the way I back test, I can probably collect, 30 days of data. And the more data you have, guys, you can actually see that your strategy works, okay? It's hard to see if your strategy works only having 2 days of data. So the way I like to do it, guys, let's come to the charts. I like to go day by day, okay? So let's say that your setup is a double top or a double bottom and you're testing it out, right? So what I would do, I would go and I would test it out, okay? Double top, double bottom, okay? Was it a winner? Was it a loser? I would basically test out other stuff, and then I would go to the next day, test it out again. Double top, double bottom, was the loser, was the winner, and keep on testing these out and collect as much data as possible, because you don't really need the chart to move, okay, in order to find out if your strategy works or not. When you're hitting the replay mode, it's more like practicing. You're practicing your strategy. But what we want to do, we want to build a strategy so we can actually make $100 a day.
I know what he means. So at first I was a bit confused because I was just like, well, you know, usually when you're back testing, like, don't you not want to see the future moves? But he's right, you know, that's more so you're practicing your strategy. But what he's doing, he said he's building a strategy. So for anyone who's watching this, I know I've gotten questions about that a lot, where people are like, well, look, I can't really like afford. I've had people like ask me to buy them the TradingView Pro account so that they can use a backtesting tool. Well, you don't necessarily need that. And that's the thing about trading. You need to be able to be independent, resourceful, and sufficient. Like, you don't need all this money to be buying fancy stuff. Like, just be creative. Think outside the box. This is thinking outside the box. Being able just to go through the data that you see on a free TradingView account and collect that data, and then, you know, build a plan from that, build a strategy. And it still can help you identify future moves because your eyes are still getting used to seeing what the market is showing. So it's very important. If you really want it, if you really want to make this work, in my opinion, I feel like you got to be thinking outside the box and being resourceful.
In order to do that, you have to make sure your strategy works, okay? So what I'm going to do today is help you go over the process and help you build a strategy by back testing. So let's go. So the first thing you need to do, guys, is you need to figure out what the market is doing. Is it trending or is it ranging, okay? And believe it or not, I believe you guys should at least come up with a strategy on a trending market and a ranging market. Now, let's say that the market is trending. Let's say that you back testing this day right here, okay? So remember, the first thing you need to do is the market trending or ranging? Okay, it's trending. All right. Okay, so in a trending market, how are we going to approach this? Okay, so the first thing you know is trending. Now, the second thing you need, guys, in order to build a right strategy is a key area, okay? All the professional traders that I know, okay, they have key areas. They wait for price to come to that certain key area, and then they wait to take the trade, okay? So in this video, we're going to use the 20 moving average for a key area. So let's say that you are waiting for price to come back to that 20 moving average. And the third thing we need, guys, is a setup. Okay, so let's say your setup is green eliminates the red bar. So every time price comes back to this moving average right here, and you see a green bar eliminate a red bar, as soon as it goes above this candle right here, you get in. So let's say that that's your strategy right here, okay? Now you want to test out, okay, how far will this go? So now we have to work on the exit. So the fourth thing we have to work on is the exit, okay? So are we going to go for a 1-to-1 or a 2-to-1? If you are a beginner, it's probably best to go for a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 because you want your winners to be bigger than your losers. So let's say that we enter the market right here. We're looking for a 2-to-1. I want you guys to make sure that you go here and see if your trade was able to get a 2-to-1, okay? And then I want you guys to keep going back and back and back and test out every single day, okay? And I know some of you guys are going to ask me, how long should I go back? Well, at least 30 days. Let's say you go back at least 30 days, right? And then you go from there. Make sure you take notes. Make sure you jot down all the losers, all the winners, because you want to make sure your strategy works, guys. I'm tired of you guys just watching one video on YouTube and then all of a sudden you think you're a pro trader and you're trading that strategy live. That's not the way to go, guys. You have to make sure that your strategy works before you test it live.
Yep. I feel like a lot of people, myself included before, didn't want to take time to test things out and just, you know, jumping into things. Like, it's fine if you want to trade live, I guess, right off the bat, to each their own, but it's like, at least be prepared in some sort of way and learn from the people who have made so many mistakes, and now they're like giving you content and information that is just like, don't do this. Like, they're telling you what to avoid. Take that and use it to your advantage. Because back in the day, he said he's been trading for what? How many years? Like he's been trading for over a decade. Obviously, back then, he did not have as much information as people nowadays do when they start trading. Same with me. Like back when I started trading, the whole community, like it wasn't a thing. So it's kind of like, you know, trial and error was a big thing back then, but now people have the ability to start ahead. So take advantage of that, but still take the time to prepare and practice a little bit, you know, just take that time, because I feel like that will definitely give you an edge and put you forward, and just be patient, you know. I wish I could tell myself this 6 years ago.
Okay. So me personally, I like to use supply and demand. So let's say that you use supply and demand. The reason why I like to use supply and demand, because I can use it in the trending market and I can use it in the ranging market. So let's say that the market's going up. We have demand right here, okay, and it's near that moving average, okay. You know, you can go long, right? And then we have another demand area right here. Price pull back to that demand area. So every time price comes back to these demand areas, okay, I'm looking for a trade. So figure out what strategy you want to test out, and you go from there. I like to use supply and demand because I can use it in the ranging market, I can use it in the trending market, and you know, I like it. Now, if you have problems spotting supply and demand, I do have an indicator for that, okay? So let's turn on the indicator. Notice how we have these yellow candles right here. I'll let you know that this is demand area, so every time it comes back to these areas, we want to take a trade. And also the indicator will help you, you know, go long. So let's say you want to go long, okay, it will help you with that too.
What? I did not know there was an indicator that would show you where supply and demand is. That seems like a life hack. Dang, did he make that indicator, or was it just there? That's interesting. There are so many indicators out there. It's crazy.
But you don't need this indicator, okay? It just helps beginners to get their feet wet and help them, you know, figure out, okay, where to go long or where to find these key areas, all right? But we are going to look at another example real quick. Okay, so let's go to the next day, guys, all right? So this is the next day right here. So right here, guys, look at the market. It's just pretty much, you know, ranging back and forth, not really going anywhere. So the way I like to attack these markets, I like to sell the tops, buy the bottoms, okay? Again, I can use supply and demand. We have a nice supply right here, okay? So I would just basically take this, put this supply right here, all right? Now, supply and demand is basically aggressive buying and aggressive selling, okay? So we have aggressive selling right here. It came back to that supply zone. I would be interested in taking a trade right there. So that's how I attack the market. Again, you can come up with whatever strategy you want to, but I want to make sure that you guys follow these steps. Number one, what the market is doing. Is it trending or is it ranging? Number two, find key areas, okay, on the chart. If it's a moving average, if it's supply and demand, I don't care what you use, okay? Number three, find a setup, okay? Is it going to be a pin bar? Is it going to be when the red eliminates green or green eliminates red, okay? And number four, your exits. You figure out, you know, how long I'm going to be in this trade. It's going to be for a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, and then you go from there. And then if you can do this, guys, and back test this, and you have a strategy that you can use, you can make that $100 a day. But you got to practice, though. It's not going to come easy. So remember that, okay? But you do have to practice, and it's very doable, all right? So again, my indicator does show supply. So right here, we have supply right here. And you have a little short signal, whatever. Like I said before, you don't need an indicator. I teach my students how to do this without the indicator at all. You just need strictly price action. But like I said, this is only for beginners.
See, I respect that. I like this guy because he said both things. He said, you know, there are indicators. This can help you. But I like to teach price action. That's so important. I feel like if you start with price action and that's like your main foundation, then yeah, to each their own if you want to add an indicator. But if you're starting out and you're just using indicators and you don't know how to read price action, you're setting yourself up for disaster, in my opinion. So I feel like it's super important. I feel like a lot of traders who are successful that I've seen and that I've listened to, they always say like price action first. Let that be your foundation. You know, and then if you use an indicator as confluence or whatever the case may be based on your strategy, that's fine. But if you don't know how to read price action, you need to stop trading live if you are and go back and learn how to do that.
So let me show you guys a live example. Let me put my money where my mouth is, okay? I actually recorded a live trade and I made $100 for you guys to show you that it's possible. Okay, so let's go. Now, this is where I actually started to record my screen right here, and I'm looking to go long right here. The reason why is because we hit major support right here. We bounced off. We have a nice demand area right here, and we bouncing off that demand area, so I'm looking to go long. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fast forward this to show you guys. Okay, now guys, right here, what I did, I started to add some more, and you know, I didn't want to add more, but this trade was looking so good, so I had to add more to the trade. Okay, so instead of me making $100, okay, for the video, I'm probably gonna make $200, but you know, it's still, you know, showing you guys you can still make $100 a day. So let's go and fast forward this. Okay, so right here you can see the market about to go to my profit targets, and I'm about to get out the market. We do have supply right here, so I want to get out before we hit that supply area, because sellers can actually come in. And you see me right here getting out the trade. So I got out the trade. If you look to the left, I'm up $211. Okay, now the whole purpose of this video is pretty much showing you guys the reason why I'm able to do this is because I collected enough data to tell me that this was a high probability trade. Okay, some of you guys are just looking at one video on YouTube and guessing and just going live. Like, come on guys, collect enough data so you could be one of those traders that's making $100 a day. Okay, and I actually told my traders I was looking at this area right here. Here's a screenshot basically telling my traders I'm looking at that area. And on the chart right here, if you look at the indicator basically spot this demand area right here. So even with the indicator, you could have got in, okay, with that same trade. So this is the same trade right here. You could have got in. But overall, guys, like I said before, collect data, okay? And then make sure you follow those 4 steps. Number 1, trend, or if it's ranging, okay? Number 2, key area. Number 3, your setup. And number 4, your exits, okay? So thanks a lot for watching this video. If you definitely got some value out of this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure that you join my free Telegram group. And if you want deeper training, guys, I do have a course, okay, that will help you spot these supply and demand areas and help you understand price, okay, so you can speed up your success. And basically this indicator comes for free when you get the course. But overall, I teach you how to trade price action alone, all right? And I actually created a new video strictly about how to build your small account, okay, the small account blueprint, and that's showing you guys how to build your small account. All right, so thanks a lot again for watching this video. Make sure you comment below. I don't care what it is. I'm probably one of the few YouTubers that go down and answer your guys' questions, so I try to answer all your guys' questions. Make sure you comment below. It helps out the video. I will answer all your guys' questions. Talk to you guys later. And please, have a great day.
That was such a nice video. Wow, he's really nice. I'm gonna definitely like this video because I found actually really good information from it. As someone who does not trade the Dow, this is something maybe I can personally use if I want to look into it. But I feel like I should back test this and see, because I don't know, like, the way he was explaining it was so simple, so straightforward. Just the way he spoke, I could tell he's been in this industry for a while and he has a lot of information. So I'm definitely going to check out his videos and see what other information he has to provide. But shout out to him. I guess his name is Ben. I saw it in the screenshot. So shout out to you, Ben. That's awesome. I can't believe I'm just coming across his channel now, but it just goes to show how there's so much information on YouTube, but you do have to be careful who you watch and, you know, who you listen to. But when there's information and there's something to back it up in terms of, let's say, you know, multiple people are saying the same thing, then you know it's more reputable in terms of information. But I see that his main objective for this video was to, you know, say, you know, collect data, back test, make sure you practice and make sure you prepare. Because yeah, it sounds good to make $100 a day trading the Dow, especially because, mind you, it's a very volatile pair. So, you know, you got to take that into consideration. But how are you going to be prepared for that if you don't back test and collect data? and, you know your strategy and have a strategy in general. So that's awesome. I think that was a really, really good video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you found information in it that is valuable to you as well. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by smashing that like button. I always appreciate it. And comment down below, do you trade the US30? What was your approach to trading that instrument? You know, did you collect data? Whatever the case may be, let's talk about it down below. And also, do not forget to subscribe so you know when I post another video. And in the meantime, feel free to check out any of my other videos on this channel and my other channel, Candace B TV, where I vlog. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I hope you have a splendid, beautiful day, week, and life. Bye.